So it just happened now. Jay Cutler just started following me on Instagram. Yeah, that's super crazy. I'm about to get ready to get my hair cut because it's about time. So. Alright, so just finished with a quick little meeting with the boys. Kind of just going over some stuff from my boy's event that he's throwing at the end of the month. Right now we're about to head to a house. I guess that's supposed to be the after party house.
Your family?
No. That's
I'm a player, ain't quit. Had a good time, now I'm
by the time that comes, this thing will be snowed up.
Yo, big plans or what? Big plans.
Big things coming.
Let's go. So just finished leaving the mansion house. Crazy. This guy is awesome, man. He gave us, some real good advice. And big things are coming is all I'm gonna say is big things are coming. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I gotta keep it on the DL for right now. I have about like an hour until I'm meeting my videographer who's gonna help me shoot this awesome video for my brand, for my clothing. We're gonna do like a rehearsal type of day, kind of just going over lights and over details and everything, just kind of visualizing everything so we're well prepared for when the day comes at the end of the month. So excited about that, and I'll check back with you guys once he's here. Just figuring out everything for the shoot. Got the boy with me, so Dre. So he's about to be helping me shoot video for the brand soon. Yeah, man, it's gonna be sick. We're gonna use all this space right here. Let's go, let's get it. There she is. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the vlog or channel, whatever you want to call it. Here I have a special guest. I have Jazz, aka Jazz Rocks.
Hi guys. If you guys don't know me, I have my own YouTube channel as well. But it is nice to actually be here with Jason today.
Our first collab.
Yeah, I think we've known each other for like over a year and like we've never collabed.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. I don't really know why.
It's been in the making for sure. We are going to be doing kind of like just like a talk about, different things we've struggled with in the past and made us into who we are today. Because I know you've struggled with like anxiety, other stuff you've struggled with, lack of confidence, low self-esteem type issues.
Those of you guys that don't know me, it's Jasmine. Normally, I've recently started being more open about it, but I think I've always been very open about it since I've started my channel. I do mostly suffer with things. I've suffered more with anxiety after this whole pandemic and COVID and quarantining, but primarily I've suffered from depression. I think there's just like a lot of things that go into it. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk to you guys about how we've just conquered and gotten past these barrier situations that aren't always easy for everyone. I know that like depression and anxiety is a very big thing, and I think the things that he probably suffered from branched out from that. Personally, for people that just are going through this and they feel alone, this is probably a video that you guys would do really good listening to, because we might just be doing a little bit of advice, just things that we've done that helped us. And yeah,
I just feel like it's like very appropriate, especially after this past year. We had a full year of quarantine, and a lot of issues have came up or have gotten worse. So kind of just sit down, talk about it, figure out what helped us during the process, because I know, everybody, I believe everybody went through something during quarantine because it was such a dramatic change. Kind of talk about it with someone, and just good for the mental health.
At the beginning of quarantine, I'm a big extrovert, so this whole pandemic has affected me a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I'm not used to being home 24/7. I'm not used to not having busy days. I'm not used to like not being able to just like, literally it could just be go out and dance. And like for me, that's like something that's like affected me a lot, because I feel like I feel very trapped. I don't feel free. I don't feel like, it's just very harsh on me. I believe after the first time that we actually did the whole shutdown, and then clubs and bars and everything started opening up, I got anxious to even go out, even though that's something that I love to do, and I love to meet people, and I love to be around people. I was just so stuck on COVID. Like, oh my god, I could get COVID, because I hadn't gotten COVID at this point. I was just like, oh my god, I could get COVID. It wasn't even that I cared that I got it. It was just more that I cared if I gave it to somebody that I cared about, and then obviously like things escalated from there.
Kind of like your involvement in it.
Yeah, like I feel like that to me is worse than like COVID itself. Like, I don't really care for COVID, but of course, guys, I don't just go out and endanger myself. But at this point, COVID still wasn't like huge. I mean, numbers were kind of peaking, but not like crazy. And since no one was really allowed to come to Vegas because everything was shut down, like it didn't really matter to me, because I wasn't really seeing a lot of people. So I went to a bar. So this is the first time that I actually experienced anxiety, like actual anxiety. I went to a bar, and I could not be in this line. I know, like, we were like waiting to get in. They were doing temperature checks, and I just could not get in. I was waiting in line, and I was like anxious because all these people around me, like, I remember just like kept grabbing my hands. I kept feeling like, oh my god, like what am I doing? I had the mask and everything, but it's still like, it felt uncomfortable. Then I actually got in there. I couldn't, like, it was at the beginning when there was like no guidelines, and it was just like so uncomfortable. I did not feel okay. Like, I wanted to leave like almost immediately. But I kept telling myself, like, just breathe, like, you're fine, like, this is something that you're so used to doing, like, why is it so uncomfortable now? And it's just because of the circumstances. So when I started seeing that, like, I had little signs of like anxiety and stuff like that, that was like a huge red flag for me that night. What I did was I'm kind of a pusher, so I'm not one to like sit around and be like, oh my god, I'm just never gonna go out again. No, like, I will literally keep putting myself in situations where I have to be uncomfortable, because I need to face I need to face my fears. Like, I don't really fear much. I think my dad has told me that, like, I don't know how many times in my life, and he's always like, you are so fearless, like, that it's scary that you don't fear anything. And I'm over here like, I do, I'm scared of like everything. I just pretend like I'm not. I think that anxiety just comes from fear. Like, you fear something happening, or you just fear being like public speaking, for example. What is there really to be afraid of? To speak in front of a bunch of people. It makes you anxious, it makes you nervous, like, you can't, right? That's just anxiety kicking in. And there's not really much to be afraid of. You're just talking. Instead of one-on-one, you're talking to 5 people.
I remember like when we were in class, all we had to do was just say our name, and I would already start feeling it.
I just really think that it's just like a fear of like being judged when it comes to public speaking. But I just really think that anxiety just comes from fear, and my fear at this point was COVID. So
what are like symptoms
of COVID?
No, of anxiety that you have experienced.
From anxiety, I get like a racing, like, not, I don't get, like, I can feel my heart, like, I feel like shortness of breath. I feel very shaky, like my hands will get very shaky, and I'm like trying to calm myself down, so like I'll make fists sometimes, or like I'll just be touching my hands consistently. So
you get like
kind
hot,
of like
you get like hot flashes?
No, I think that's like kind of at the brink that you're gonna pass out.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't experienced that. It really varies between people and how they deal with it, just because like some people are just so afraid.
Oh yeah.
Like they do let the fear get the best of them. which sucks, but I mean, at the end of the day, they only know how much their body can take. So
yeah, that's why I'm so big on, you know, what my brand stands for, because I feel like everybody's so scared to be confident in themselves, to achieve whatever they want to achieve. So it's like, oh, let me just not do it, or let me just hold back, because I'm afraid to actually put myself in an uncomfortable situation to actually grow. Because, well, like one of my favorite videos, you've seen that with the Will Smith one? He's like,
yeah,
on the other side of fear is like the most beautiful things
Yeah.
in life, you know? So it's like, if you don't put yourself beyond that point, you'll never achieve anything, because you're gonna be so scared to actually come out of your shell and be something more.
I still get this, but at this point, like, I don't really care. But people are like, you're so weird. And I just sit there and I'm like, I'm weird because I'm honest, because I don't care what you think. I'm weird because I do YouTube and I love it. It's just really how you interpret things, honestly. Like, I think weird when I was little was such an insult. Like, I was like, I'm not weird, I'm normal. Like, but then who is anybody to say what is normal? How did you deal with, like, the confidence
In the past, or
yeah, like your self-doubt, I guess?
Oof. Well, it was like a long, like it was a long process, because I mean, when I was little, I know I was an introvert, big introvert, shy kid in the back. You know, I didn't really talk to anybody, didn't really have much friends, and then we would constantly kind of like move when I was little, like move schools. So I would just I would kind of make some friends and then I would leave them. So then I kind of got to the point where I was like, I'm not really gonna make friends, because I'm just gonna end up leaving. I was kind of like mysterious kind of vibe. No one really paid attention, I guess, to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of just in the shell, kind of like whatever. Girls, I mean, no one would, like, girls wouldn't really pay attention to me either, so it kind of like put me in a shell. And then as I got older, it just kind of just got worse. I'm gonna say I'm kind of like I was a hopeless romantic, but I kind of just felt the other side of it, like that it wasn't real. You know how, like, in the movies?
Oh my god, I am a hopeless romantic too.
Like I would watch these movies growing up, and you know,
The expectations.
Yes, the expectations. So, but then, like, I would see, you know, other people, other friends that would have relationships, and I'm over here kind of like, because I was always in my own zone, I was in sports, so I was kind of always focused on the goal. But I'm like, why can't, like, I'm doing this, why can't I have this as well? Or what's wrong with me that I can't have this relationship, or why nobody likes me, or anything. Not until after college, I really, like, it was 2016, that it really felt like it was time. I was always on the right path, but, you know, I get ventured off sometimes. I'm on the right path, but I would always worry about, like, the details, you know, with girls and this and that, having friends, going out to parties. I rarely went out to parties when I was little. Or making new friends, very shy, didn't want to talk to anybody until I started wanting to brand myself, and I started listening to a lot of podcasts and listening to a lot of music.
I have never felt, I have those days where, like, I look at myself, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I've ever not loved myself, in the sense where, like, I see myself and I'm like, I really, like, hate myself, you know, like, I don't think I've ever experienced that, which, I mean, that could be probably one of the shittiest things that I feel anybody could ever feel.
That's what I went through.
Yeah, like, I don't feel like I feel that way. I feel like I have moments where I'm like, oh my god, I need to go to the gym because I'm starting to look, like, rough, you know. But I think I grew up in an environment where, like, my mom always imposed, she never really called me beautiful, like, or anything like that, but she always taught me that, like, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, because at the end of the day, like
see, it took me a while to, like, because my mom did the same thing, but it took me a while to actually listen,
like, feel that, yeah,
to actually listen to, like, yeah, nobody, like, because I would care what other people thought,
in the sense of, like, I knew who I was, like, I knew me as a person, and like if people would assume like I knew right from wrong, so like if people would say like, oh, you did this wrong, blah blah, I'd be like, yeah, I know I did that wrong, and I just give a toot. But it's just more in the sense of like, I don't feel like I've ever not loved myself like for who I am, and I feel like that can be very hard on people because like, I mean, I've seen it in people around me where like they'll take a picture or 1,000 pictures and they're like, I don't like any of them. And I'm kind of like, oh, well, I mean, one's got to be cute. I mean, you're freaking gorgeous, or you're freaking handsome, or whatever the situation is. And they're like, no, it's really bad. And that's like, they focus so much, they fixate on it so much that then it becomes like an actual like bigger thing, and it sucks because then that's when the insecurities kind of kick in. Like, I come off very confident though, because a lot of people reach out to me and they're all like, how are you so confident, like how do you do this, like how do you like love yourself so much? I'm like,
I guess it's the extrovert in you probably.
I think I think it's just because
so it kind of portrays, oh, this girl is, you know, she's confident in herself, she's out there, she's doing things with other people.
Yeah, like I mean, I know what I want. And
yay, we're back. So the camera overheated, but we're back now. I started putting myself, you know, more in uncomfortable situations, like you were saying. It kind of helped me grow. Actually, what?
I was about to say, like, in order to grow, you have to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like, you can't grow and be completely comfortable. You're not growing. You're not, like, putting yourself out there or challenging yourself to become better, bigger.
Facts.
Like, you can't grow without making yourself uncomfortable, and sometimes that means putting yourself in extremely uncomfortable situations.
Gaining traction, you know, I was starting to gain a lot of confidence in myself, starting, you know, slowly, every like day by day, taking it day by day, looking at myself in the mirror, like, and I started working out a lot. I really started to take fitness a lot seriously than just training for like sports. Now it was more lifting, kind of sculpting my physique and my body on how I liked it, you know, because back then I compared myself a lot, you know, like my body wasn't like these dudes, you know, those shredded guys on Instagram type stuff, you know. You would see them, they would be with all these like girls, or they would have these cars and all that, and you're like, in your head, you're just like, you know, I want that, I want to be that person. Can't get to that body.
Yeah, it's unhealthy.
Yeah, it's so and you learn that when you're in the fitness world and you're in that industry, you start to learn that, like, there's a lot of people that do certain things to get that physique. What it's taught me is not everything is what it seems.
Yes, people only be posting like their happy stuff on IG.
Yeah.
I'm very real.
So and I didn't know that back then. So then I would try to reach for that goal. And then I met a crazy person. Met this person that I fell in love with, I would say.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And but I don't want to be like cliche or like that typical thing, but I got my heart broken, and that really escalated everything for me, really cleared my mind, because I went through a deep depression after that for like about 3-4 months, until I really got to pick myself up again and kind of get back on track. And I've grown from it, like significantly. Yeah, I can never say it. I grew from it and just I haven't looked back ever since. But what I've learned is your past doesn't define you. You know, it's not who you are. Just finding yourself and not judging yourself from the past.
First heartbreak sucks.
Yeah, it does. You're never the same. So, and though you think you might regret that situation, going through a roller coaster, but you actually come out like the other side, like way better.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I think
sucks. Obviously, it sucks. So you don't want it to happen, but
yeah.
I mean, I believe in everything happens for a reason. And
I think heartbreak is just like, that's like a totally different subject to even get into.
Yeah,
but
that's like a whole.
Yeah, it's a whole other door.
Of the confidence that really took a toll after that.
Yeah, because it does make people grow. Some people literally hit the gym and they become like, they do like a 360 and they're all like this whole completely awesome new person once you know their heart got broken. I mean, that sucks, but I mean, it does change some people for the better. And sometimes,
because you go through like a phase where you're just like, what's wrong with me that I'm
Yeah.
that
I couldn't make someone else happy.
yeah, like this person, why is they acting this way, blah blah blah. I'm doing what I can, doing what.
I mean, I think it also depends on how the relationship ended, which
Very
when you're in
toxic.
high school and you're young, like they normally end pretty bad.
Toxic. It just dramatically changes. But it comes down to you. It's not, oh, it just happens. It actually has to come down to you to actually make, because people can be heartbroken for a long time, or
You have to pick yourself up, boo boo.
yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna go and drag you out of bed, and if you do, and you have those friends that will just pull you out of the bed, and it's like good for you. But most of the time, I mean, you really at the end of the day got yourself. I'm not saying that friends aren't important, because they are. They're an important asset when you're trying to recover from heartbreak, but many times you still have to pick yourself up after your friends have given you that lift or like that head start. You have to keep going. So it really does come down to you. Make a goal, set a goal for yourself, and then work towards it. Make mini goals throughout the week.
Because I mean, it was a big part of my life and really helped me become the better. That's why I wanted to talk about it. But I mean, that's for a whole different topic to actually go down in detail into it. But yeah, then after that, it was just every day, just getting better every day. Focus on me, focus on the brand, focus on, that's when I really started getting, doing the YouTube and being more active on YouTube, Instagram, all that. So
I'm a TikToker.
So we don't want to keep rambling. Hope you guys stay till the end. Hope you guys can like and subscribe to Lifestyle, and hope you guys just stayed and learned something. We're still going through our shit. Everybody
I'm still
else
growing.
Yeah, we're still doing our own thing. But make sure you guys follow Jazz on Instagram, YouTube. I'll have her description down below.
Subscribe.
So go subscribe.
I'm almost to 700.
Yo, get it to 700. Oh, really? 700 already?
Yeah.
So guys,
Bye.
see you guys in the next one.
Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you like this video and you'd like to see me back for more.
Yes.
And make sure to comment down below a little cloud emoji, because there's clouds everywhere today, I guess. I don't know. Alrighty,
All right, bye,
guys. Bye.